Hello! Merry Christmas Eve, as one might say. I now have the lights on the Christmas tree working, even if it's a bodged fix. I'm basically using a 2-pin power lead from a Philips something or other I've had in the past, and I save all the power supplies in case they come in handy. If they're working, that is. I throw the 40 ones away after I've tested them. Well, here come the cats. Here comes my governor, Casby. I'm getting decent network stats again today, so it's all looking good. I'm getting 55 down, 10 up with 53 lag, which is okay. Santa. NORAD Track Santa is now on.
NORAD spotted Santa over Sydney, Australia and the majestic Sydney Opera House. The Opera House, which is located in Sydney Harbour, is one of the most famous.
This is what you get on NORAD Track Santa, and you get an advert as well for signing into YouTube. So turn that off. Where's the cat? Oh, he's down there having some lunch. Right, I've done some hoovering, I've done some steam cleaning. The floor seemed to be a lot wetter with this steamer. I think I might need to put a descaler in or something. Very good. Anyway, it is now officially Santa, according to NORAD, is in the air. He was last spotted over, according to the website, is heading to Palau, Babel in Palau, and he'll be there in about 6 seconds. Is delivered 981 million gifts so far. Remember, he launched about 11:30 GMT, that is, from the North Pole. So such is life. We should be getting, well, we should be seeing Santa sometime about midnight. So currently he's gone from the North Pole to Australia. He's done half of Australia and he's going up the east coast of Asia. Japan, Eastern Russia, that sort of area. Thailand. Hello, come on, Casby. Come up for the last. Here we go. My boss. You're right, Casby. He's been a good boy. Come on, you want to come up? Come on. So, I've brightened the image up. Hopefully it looks and sounds okay. I'm getting, oddly, quite a bit of lag. Not sure why. But it should be alright. I'm going to close NORAD down because that doesn't really help on my little system. So steamed the floors, hoovered again, because the cats make a mess no matter what they do, and this little monster just, well, he's a good lad really, aren't you? And according to the clock, we have 10 hours left in this country. I'm gonna turn that off so you can see Casby. Hold on a moment, where's my Christmas countdown? That can go. Ooh, there we go, and you can see Casby, my little baby. Look at him, beautiful baby. I've had a request from a friend of mine, Maria, to do some more stuff like cooking and things like that. So I'll certainly look into it for the new year. I'm going to be a bit busy over the next couple of weeks because I'm going to be preparing for this meeting about COVID and autism. So I like some of the stuff that the National Autistic Society have sent me already. Not too sure about their definition of autism. I think it's a bit wider than what the National Autistic Society define. Indeed, we've mentioned the National Autistic Society in the last Zoom meeting with the council about them trying to become more autism friendly. And I said the National Autistic Society aren't really helpful in as much as they point you in the right direction. So if it was choice between having a National Autistic Society branch in the borough or Mind, then I'd go for Mind, because currently we share a Mind office with Hackney and Waltham Forest. And if you contact the Hackney and Waltham Forest branch, they won't do anything in Waltham Forest. It is purely only Hackney they cover. So adding Waltham Forest on is pointless. They need to open a Waltham Forest office. So they really should take the Hackney and Waltham Forest, well, the Waltham Forest bit off the site, because it isn't Hackney and Waltham Forest at all. What else is happening, Tabs? Caspi? In fact, Tabs and Merlin are next door. I've steamed the windows and they've come up spectacularly. It's amazing what happens with a little bit of steam. So the inside of the windows are clean. The outside aren't that dirty. It's basically the inside. So it all looks Christmassy. I know you can't really see much of the tree. I think the power supply for the Christmas tree. Very good of them to have sent me a power supply, which I received this morning. Unfortunately, the power supply had the wrong connector on it. It had a barrel plug and not the 2-pin plug that most Christmas trees have. So I've asked them to send it again, and I've told them what sort of plug it is. Hopefully they will send the correct adapter, because this is just a push fit. It's supposed to be screwed in. So at the moment it's okay, but I'd rather have the proper adapter, so when I pack this away, then next year I won't have any problems. Oh, bye, Caspian. You're going to get round my feet. Don't go by the cables, babe. Good boy. What else is happening, as they say? Let's move that back in. No, not really. I've got some tea lights coming today. Oh, bear with me. Well, that was exciting. I now have a black wooden picture frame, which is the first part of my teleprompter. Strange. I'm going to have to try and find somewhere to put all this stuff. As I said, I almost thought it was a box of tea lights. That's the only thing I've got left to receive today. I'm doing no more shopping. Don't need to anyway. Oh, we've got suspicious people wandering around down here. Considering we're on tier 4 lockdown, no one should be moving. Very suspicious people. Anyway, here's a cup of... Oh, I was going to have a cup of coffee, but I've finished the coffee. When Lita arrives, I'll jump in the shower, because I've only just finished cleaning and I've got some rubbish to take out. Then I'll have the shower after I've taken the rubbish out. The council never came round yesterday to pick any rubbish up. The council still haven't contacted me. I am the one that they think they can get away with ignoring, because they see me as a troublemaker. I'm digging my heels in. It's 300 days now I've been locked in because of what the council's done, and no one's listening. I don't know. I'm just looking forward to this January the 14th, when I can tell the government basically exactly what's going on and how autistic people are being treated regardless of COVID. I mean, this has been going on since before COVID, and COVID has just exacerbated it. So January the 14th will be a game changer, hopefully. Oh, hold on. We have an incoming. I don't know what that is. Oh, I think it's a Christmas video from a friend. Here they all come. All the friends coming out of the woodwork. Caspi, what else is going on, boy? Oh, apart from Caspi finishing off all the cat food. I've got plenty of cat food. I've got plenty of cat litter. I'm going to put another order in for cat litter and cat biscuits. Tomorrow they're going to get their grass. It's about that high at the moment. So it should be tall enough tomorrow to give them some grass about midday, I reckon. Hopefully next couple of days we have a nice quiet relaxing time and we don't get any stupid notes going through the door about keep the noise down. Because it's Christmas. My attitude is you can go fuck yourself because you're on tier 4, you shouldn't be going to school, you shouldn't be going to work. So what do you need to sleep for? So basically do unto others as they do unto me. Anyway, I think that would do for now. There isn't much going on, as I say. Tier 4, the estate doesn't seem too bothered about lockdown. Waltham Forest are posting stupid pictures of people during lockdown at the testing centres getting overwhelmed in Waltham Forest and people getting turned away. Tell me it's a government thing. Yeah, putting pictures on Facebook and social media generally of volunteers in the testing centres without any PPE or face masks. Lead by example, Waltham Forest Council. If you've got people at testing centres, show them in PPE. They should be wearing PPE. They're in a super spreader category. So, I mean, if they're seeing 2,000 people a day and one of the volunteers has got COVID, then we're giving it to 2,000 people. So they should all be in full PPE. Not only to protect the people being tested, but also to protect the people doing the testing. So one doesn't give it to the other. I mean, quite frankly, I don't think PPE is enough. I think they need NBC suits with full visor masks. And that's the only way to secure the whole... I think they do that in some hospitals, proper NBC suits. They're called NBC because it stands for nuclear, biological and chemical. It's resistant, not proof. It will give you some degree of protection. Here's my little friend again. There we go. Oh, shall I take... I'll take the Christmas tree off again. Come on. Or the Christmas countdown.
NORAD spotted Santa over Sydney, Australia and the majestic Sydney Opera House. The Opera House, which is located in Sydney Harbour.
Yeah, confirm remove. Christmas countdown go. And away it goes. There we go. My little baby. I know a lot of you tune in just to see the cats. Well, there's the one that sits next to me most of the time. He can be a bit playful and naughty sometimes, but you gotta love him. Young Caspi. Nearly 3. 2 3/4. Aren't you, babe? Yeah, you've had a little bit of food. You've got fur all over the seat now. Come on. Say hello to your fans. Caspi. Come on. Good boy. He's not a bad lad. I'll sit back so you can see him. How does it go? I should remember it because it was in Die Hard. It was Christmas Eve in the workhouse. and all about was quiet. I'm not going to take David's Cruising the Cuts thunder off him, because he does tell a good story, David. And I watched the Forgo narrowboating vlog last night. Pretty good. We had a 6-way eventually with floating our boat and cruising the cut, and it was funny. It's amazing how good the internet connection can be on a narrowboat. I'll have to try and get in touch with Sasha today and see how she is on Sasha's narrowboat channel. I've not seen anything from her in a couple of weeks, so I'll give a shout out to Sasha and make sure that she's alright, because she's not been very well over the last few months. It's been getting worse, and hopefully she's got people around her. She's got people on her channel that support her as well. We all worry about each other, especially us people with mental health issues. We know who we are. Caspi, it's nearly Christmas, son. I know, Dad. Right, I think for now I'm going to go make another coffee, put my feet up for 10-15 minutes, and then, well, see you tomorrow probably. Have a good Christmas. I hope you get everything you want and you stay safe and healthy. And please respect whatever tier you're in. In fact, despite what tier you're in, stay home as much as you can. Don't go out, even if you're able to. Only if you have to. It might not be the law, but it's the right thing to do. If we all, I mean, this is the thing. It's gone on for 9 months now, this COVID. And if we just got totally locked down for 4 weeks back in March, and no one was allowed out, and food was delivered to each person by the military or the local authority in, sealed packets, then all this would have been done. We wouldn't have gone on for months. COVID would have burnt itself out, and we'd be COVID free by now. But no one wants to take the hard decisions in the government. The only way of doing it is a full lockdown, forcing people, like they did in China, like they did in North Korea, forcing people to stay home. Anyone out on the streets would be arrested, like they do in the Isle of Man. If you come over there, then you get arrested straight away. You go into quarantine because you're breaking the border, and it's not legal to. Someone went to the Isle of Man a couple of weeks ago by jet ski from Scotland, and that's a good hour and a half, 2 hour journey by jet ski. It's a long way to go, and you've got to rely on your jet ski and make sure you don't run out of fuel and things like that. And he got arrested as soon as he landed. And that's the attitude that the mainland government needs to take. Oh, Caspi's gone to his little tree. I mean, it would all be over now if we just locked down fully, closed our borders, unless you've got a clear COVID test, like the French are doing to us now. Then we'd be COVID free and we'd be going round a normal life. We could have had this all sorted by June. We could have had the Edinburgh military tattoo in August, because everyone would be guaranteed COVID free. But no one in government wants to take that action. I know there's human rights involved, and I know there's civil liberties and freedoms involved, but for the greater good, we need the military and other organisations. I mean, even the NHS could get involved delivering food, because if we locked down to that degree, the NHS wouldn't have anything to do, because there would be no one attending doctors and hospitals. They'd all be locked at home. It's a big strategic movement of people, but better to move a lot of people to feed a few than to have a few people affecting a lot. So we need a full lockdown with a 24-hour curfew, and if you need to move, you need to get a form. Like they do in some countries, you can send away for a permission to move thing that you get on your phone and you can show that around. But you have to have extremely good reason. Otherwise, you stay home. You have arguments with your family. It's Christmas. We should have been locked down over Christmas. Fully locked down. 24-hour curfew, the lot. Not this where you can go out for exercise, you can go out for this. No. 3 weeks, no going out, and we'd have this thing cracked. Because all the people that currently have COVID would go through it, and all those people that didn't have COVID won't get it. Yes, if you're in the household, then, everyone needs to be locked in anyway. So if you've got COVID and you spread it to the rest of the people in your household, maybe 5 weeks would be more realistic. So it gives a week or so for people in the same household to catch it. And then after 5 weeks, you'd be free of it. What's so difficult about that? No, instead of doing it that way, we do it bit by bit and lock down little areas with no restrictions on people. Only this week have the government been asking people not to move out of their area. So if they're in a tier 3 area, don't go into a tier 2 area, sort of. Or even in a tier 4 area. But there's no enforcement. The police have refused to enforce these laws unless there's, quote, a big party going on. So you can have a big party happening if you keep it quiet and no one does anything. Or you can have people round and visits and no one enforces that part of the law. They're picking and choosing what they enforce. The police should do what the law tells them to enforce. They keep having excuses about, well, what if you knock on the door and they don't open? You've got no power of arrest or right to enter. Well, that's a parliamentary thing. Give the police the right to enter on any circumstances, and then you can enforce the law. Why give police powers and take the main power away from them, i.e. the right of entry? If they've had a report saying someone's breaking the law, they should have the right to enter any premises. So Parliament, pull your finger out. Johnson, pull your finger out. You want to do this? Do it properly. None of this nonsense that you're going into tier this or tier that. Lock the whole lot down. Give the police authority to do their job. And make sure the police do their job. It's not up to the police to decide what to enforce. It's up to Parliament. It shouldn't be allowed for the police to give instructions to their colleagues saying, oh, we'll enforce this bit but we won't enforce that bit. Policing by consent? Nonsense. Policing by legislation is what we have. There's no consent. People don't consent to be arrested. So, police are there to do a job. They're civil servants, they're public servants. They are there to serve the law. It's for the courts to decide how to implement it, not the police. So, Metropolitan Police and all the other forces enforce the law as it is. It's not your duty to decide what to enforce. I'm sick of public servants deciding what they're going to enforce. Law is law. You do what the law tells you to do. And if the courts disagree with it, then the courts disagree with it. You're doing your job, they're doing their job. You're not here to make the people in the courts have an easier life. You're here to make people in the country feel secure. And if you're giving instructions to your staff and colleagues, don't enforce this unless there's, like when you report someone for breaking COVID, I think they only do it for more than 6 people because there's a 2 to 5 people category and 6 or more. And I'm sure if you put down 6 or more, they actually take some sort of action. Because the 2 to 5 doesn't seem to get any action taken. So, yes. Anyway, I was saying goodbye about 15 minutes ago. So, goodbye. Thank you for watching. I've had my rant. Have a good one, and hopefully I'll speak to you tomorrow on Christmas Day. Thank you very much for watching. Like, subscribe, share, tell everyone. And don't forget my new channel starting in the new year, the Asperger's Guy. I must put a video up for that before they take it off. Thank you very much, everyone.